Hello, my name is Jake Bradfield, and I'm here today to talk about vaccinations. The development of vaccinations have been a game changer to how people live. Until the 19th century, polio, smallpox, measles, and many other painful, life-threatening diseases were a constant threat to people's health. The invention and mass administration of vaccines for these diseases have helped protect and keep our society healthy and fully functioning. However, there have been a vocal minority of people preaching potential harm that vaccines do, such as making children autistic. These people even propose that not vaccinating children is the healthier option. While this group is a minority opinion, they are a vocal minority. I'm here to remind you all of all the good that vaccines do, and why laws regarding the mandatory vaccination of children who go to public schools should be upheld, with less exemptions given. According to the CDC, there are 18 diseases whose vaccination is recommended for most Americans. These vaccinations help prevent you from coming down with chickenpox, the flu, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, Hib, HPV, measles, the mumps, polio, rotavirus, rubella, shingles, tetanus, whooping cough, and more. While the vaccination for the flu is needed to be administered every year, almost every other vaccination only needs to be administered a few times in a person's lifetime. These vaccinations and their proliferation across the globe have been extremely successful in fighting these diseases. The World Health Organization declared smallpox, the disease that helped decimate the Native American population during colonization, extinct in 1979. And the effort to get everyone, even the poor in developing countries, vaccinated caused the number of measles cases to go from over 4 million in 1980 to less than 500,000 in 2012. While the cost of all these immunizations, according to Harvard Health, is approximately $1,200 to $1,600 a person in America, one emergency room visit could cost between $3,000 and $5,000 for these diseases, and that doesn't include the cost from if it has complications. Diseases like these are no joke and can cause things like rashes, boils, and may lead to infertility, cancer, paralysis, or even death. In addition to helping with your health, it helps with the community's health. Unfortunately, there are some people who, due to health issues, are not able to receive every immunization shot. In a community where the vast majority of residents have a vaccine, you get something and they're called a herd immunity. To people who are already in bad health, they should be worrying about getting better from their current illness, not catching something new that could have been prevented. Despite the obvious benefits, there's a sizable community of people who believe that vaccinations are bad for us and refuse to vaccinate either themselves or their children. According to an academic paper published in Elsevier chronicling the anti-vaccination movement, people opposing vaccination have existed since 1853, when Great Britain made mandatory vaccination law against polio. However, at that time, the opposition was probably due to lack of information and lack of education. Nowadays, it's because of misinformation and miseducation. In 1998, a paper published by Andrew Wakefield in the medical journal The Lancet speculated about the connection of the MMR vaccination with autism. Despite the paper later being retracted by The Lancet, the idea of vaccinations being connected to autism has been a rallying cry for vaccination opponents. This viewpoint is false and has been proven so again and again. A Duke University paper analyzing the court cases regarding vaccination injury found that there were 6 court cases heard between 2002 and 2010, all of which found that there was no basis of proof nor a viable theory as to how a vaccine could cause autism. Despite these rulings, anti-vaccination proponents are still allowed to do so via certain exemptions. Requiring vaccination for children to attend schools and universities has been the standard across the U.S. However, according to a 2012 University of Michigan study, in 23 states there are medical, religious, and philosophical exemptions that parents can use to not vaccinate their children. Philosophical exemptions allow populations in the U.S. to become vulnerable to diseases that they should not be. Nobody wants their newborn child, whose immune system is not nearly as equipped as an adult, to become sick because someone in their community doesn't want to be socially responsible. It is for this reason that I propose that philosophical exemptions from getting vaccinated be removed. Being vaccinated should be like seatbelt laws. Universal because all the studies show the benefits outweigh the costs. Doing this, along with educating people at a young age for why vaccinations are good, will both keep this country healthy as well as make people more skeptical when someone says vaccinations are or not worth getting. Thank you for your time.